Greetings, my friends, my fellow friends, Mexicans, Filipino Mexicans, and Mexican Filipinos. I'm here now in Texas, in Dallas, Texas, with my good director here for Dallas. His name is Jason Bird. You see here, this is a fountain, and this is a little lake where the ducks are playing around with a beautiful fountain. It is the fountain of life. And we are here to present to you the life that we live in today. The life must be beautiful, and the life must be great, and that life must be protected. As we follow the philosophy of our forefathers in the early days of the 1900s to 1800s, 1800s and the 2000s, our forefathers, they believe in life, they don't believe in death. They believe in success, they don't believe in failures. They believe in good health, they don't believe in sickness. You see, the thing that you see here is nature. This nature provides you with the time to meditate and time to relax. Around here are my friends. They are the friends of this beautiful lake. We have the pine trees. These my friends here. When I come down here, they meet me. You know, they greeted me with a beautiful voice. It's called the wild ducks of Texas. My subject today is to introduce my primo. His name is Jesus Ortho Rodriguez Garcia. He is a GM of in martial arts. Progressively went into a Filipino fighting system, but engaged in different styles that came into Mexico. And I respected him for that because he was trying to find out what is the best history of the system that makes him excited, that will bring the Mexican people to be more participant in joining this culture. I have been talking to him, and I have been associating with him through Facebook and also to the email. But lately, he was able to come to me and be able to introduce ourselves, and we were able to find ourselves that one way or another we are related, because my grandmother is Garcia, and his Garcia came from the same place somewhere in probably in Spain or somewhere in the world. So my friends, I am presenting to you this subject, which is very important. There are so many martial arts in the world today. But what is the history of these martial arts? First, our system is a cultural system. It is a fighting system, and when you see us moving, they call it martial arts. But in reality, we are not engaged in a martial arts concept. We are a martial arts in culture. Culture, because the discipline starts from the beginning. When the child is still very young, at 6 years old, which I was trained at 6 years old, when the child starts to grow, the discipline goes with him until the time he reaches the age of maturity. And when he says maturity, he was able to present it to the public and be able to be an example of what is the discipline is about. No changing of the discipline. The discipline must have to stick to what has been taught by the forefathers. I would like to give you an distinction of what is the Pekiti Tirsia compared to other style of system in martial arts. Pekiti Tirsia is the oldest fighting system in the Philippines, which has been a part of the development of the progress of our Filipino fighters, who were then fighting against the Spaniards, because when the Spaniards invaded us in 1521 and we killed Ferdinand Magellan in 1521, April 21, 1521, we were able to prove to the world that the Filipinos have some little talent, and that talent is to see to it that we have to be victorious and be able to stay alive in a country that has been invaded. So it is important to let the people understand today that what they are learning, there must be a track record. I appreciate those other martial arts that have been presented to this country and many parts of the world. That is interesting because they also present their own culture in different way. But our culture is running a different picture because our culture has been tested, proven, and it costs lots of lives to perfect one technique. Our forefathers, after they bring their working animals to the river and have them rested until 12 o'clock noon time, our forefathers go into the under the shade of the tree and practice what is the real Filipino fighting system, and that practice makes them perfect because they try to avoid mistakes during the process when they will be fighting, or they be using their principles of combat against a deadly Spanish soldiers. So they try to examine this and be able to research, and when they find that the technique is effective, then they use it and keep it, and it becomes a system. So the system of our education in terms of self-preservation and protection for anything else is very accurate, because it has been tested and it has been proven all over and over again that today this system is a major added discipline of the armed forces of the Philippines. From the Scout Ranger to the Personal Security Group to the Social Commandos to the Intelligence Unit, also to the Air Force, to the Navy, to the Marines, this system is a major training program. Also with the Armed Forces of India, also with the Western Cobra Commandos and some other institutions that are in the United States or other countries that are practicing the art of, shall say, armed and unarmed combat. So Pekiti Tirsia, as we go along here, will be developed to a skill level that the Filipino, Mexican, and Mexican Filipino, or Mexican or other tribe that is in Mexico will learn the fundamentals of the system, because the system deals with perfect science. Every move that you do here in your weapon, sticks or blades or knives, it is based on geometrical process. So meaning to say, you learn how to be perfect as you start in this training. The discipline is quite tough, hard, and tedious, but at the end, you will win in any kind of encounter. We are going to bring this to many parts of the world so that everybody will start to love each other and respect each other, because if the proficiency of a person is to the higher extent, then nobody will attempt to kill him or to threaten him or to impose some kind of dominancy that he loses freedom. So it's important for you, my friends, that we are coming to the world of terror. Terror is all over the place. We are not living in a safe world today, because even in the news today, police are being attacked. Police have been attacked. So many refugees coming to many countries, and we do not know who are these refugees. It is about time that we have to safeguard ourselves in terms of protecting our family and protecting ourselves, because that is the mainstream of our living today. We live to protect our family for the future. We have to do something. And Pekiti Tirsia offers the best services to everybody, because we would like to share the knowledge of the past that has been tested, proven, and effective in sports and in combat. Pekiti Tirsia has a different philosophy. Pekiti Tirsia will live as long as the person is alive. When a person is alive, he has the culture. There is a saying, you can kill the man, but you cannot kill the culture. So we live by culture. It's important that everybody must have a refined thinking and separating the martial arts compared to the culture. Culture is a continuous development that will never change. It has to be there as a part of the lifestyle. It is a part of what's called muscle memory. It's a part also of the thinking memory. It is also a part as far as the breathing is concerned. You breathe with life. The life that you possess is the life of this culture. We bring everyone to the understanding that when we are living in a crucial time, in a troubled time, there must be always security consciousness. The first thing that we have to do, my friends, is to protect ourselves. We can have all the food, we can have all the pleasure and the grandeur of money, but when crisis comes and you don't have anything to protect yourself, then you are nothing. Guns will be restricted. Your only means of protecting yourself is you can pick up a stick, you can still hide some knives in your doorstep, or you can have some knives somewhere in your backyard, or anything that you can take hold, you can protect yourself. So who knows that one day you will be the only one to survive. So it's important. I encourage everyone to be part of our technology. This technology is unlimited. Unlimited in the sense that we are dealing with a geometrical process that even architects, engineers, civil engineers, bridges, buildings are built within the principles of Pekiti Tirsia because we deal with geometry. When geometry is moved into action, that is a moving geometry. When the geometry is applied into fighting against the wind, fighting against any perils, any force, then that is geometry. Geometrical power is the most important today. If you understand how to live a longer life, then you follow our philosophy. We believe in life, we don't believe in death. We believe in success, we don't believe in failure. We believe in good health, we don't believe in sickness. And that is very important for everybody to understand. There must be philosophy in this life. Our training discipline comes from philosophy, comes with the culture, comes with the customs and tradition, comes also with the ideology. So from the basic principles, you learn the philosophy at the end of how many years of study, then you have an ideology. An ideology is your motivation to reach to the farthest end of the world that nobody can reach you, meaning superiority in technology. There are so much improvement or so much development in terms of IT, the technology and science and everything like that, but the science on how to survive is in our hands. We are giving you the opportunity to part of our progress and enjoy the pleasure of having a combat sports within your mind. Combat sports, my friends, will prepare you for any application of combat. It could be a combat to combat, or a combat for sports, or combat for non-sports, but still combat, meaning counter on motion before attack time. Many of our students all over the world are appreciating this because they can learn the application of geometry in reality. There is called practicum. Some of our high school have passed geometry but have not practiced it in reality until they become probably architect or engineers or civil engineer. Then they would say, okay, I'm applying geometry. But for those who have no opportunity to work on engineering field, but they have an opportunity to apply in survival, then the geometry is there. It is one of the kind. We encourage you, my friends. So the Mexicans, our friends, we have our Philippine embassy, we have our people in Mexico. We have also people in the Philippines that are also married to our Filipino women. We encourage you. Let's join together. Let's make the world a world that we live in, a very peaceful world by having that cultural discipline. Good luck. We'll see you 2016.